Cannot get up. Too many squats.
Okay. You be you be going crack. Let's do it. AJ Raw,
King Aries.
and you are now tuned into BunDat Podcast. Yeah. We back. And as usual, Boisterous is a clown.
What's he done now?
He's a clown. What's he not done at this point?
Has he been quiet? He deserves. Well, I haven't been paying attention, so I don't even know if he's been quiet.
I'm just saying, well, first of all, before we even get to Boris and his fake timeline for when everything's supposed to go back to normal, which makes no sense. Obviously, by now everybody's heard Prince Philip has finally passed away at the ripe age of 99.
He said finally. He said finally, like you be waiting.
I mean, after
You keep your tabs.
six heart transplants.
He said finally.
Okay, let me rephrase. He has passed away.
Okay, alright.
After about maybe 3 or 4 heart surgeries and so many different things. You know, when you get to a particular place in wealth, you're trying to do everything you can to stay on the planet. Which, you know, I can't really front him for. At the end of the day, he wants to be as alive as possible. You want to see a great grandkid, so that makes sense. But he's passed on. Rest in peace to him. You know,
You doing that?
that's all I'm saying. I'm just gonna end it there. So rest in peace to him on that. Now, as we usually do, since nobody else want to talk about this stuff, and for some reason it just seems like in our community we might be
No, let me give the real R.I.P. DMX.
Okay,
That's
right.
That's an incredible loss. Think about all the connections. That's Swiss Beats, that's Jay-Z, that's Diddy, that's Aaliyah, that's Jadakiss, that's The Locks, that's Rough Riders, that's Eve.
Yeah.
And that's just at the top of my head.
Just off top.
The connections, like that's an incredible loss. That's gonna touch so much of our content, so much of our music, so much of what we consume within hip hop, within the art of poetry, within prayer.
One thing I want to say is some of these new artists be on point. Didn't Rudy Rich make a song called Die Young? Like, I don't understand why so many people are just passing on. I don't think people realize 50 years old is not exactly too much of an old age. You're starting to hit your prime at 50.
Yeah.
So, DMX gone, Nip gone, Kobe gone.
We're not seeing our legends hit the 99s, the Prince Philip ages and stuff. And it's unfortunate. It's not even like they're necessarily doing anything wrong. Like, it's just the deaths are so different.
Yeah.
So it's not even like there's a one called. But we're not seeing our heroes hit those 99s and stuff. Like, look at Chadwick, and what he stood for, whatever. So the ones who are ripe and young, we need to really, and within ourselves as well, if we plan to really be heroes and do something great in this world, we need to really just try and do as much as we can, because we're just not seeing our heroes hit. You can even go way back. We can go way back. We didn't see the Tupacs hit those ages.
Tupac, Big Easy, Big L.
We didn't see the Martin Luther Kings hit those ages.
Left Eye.
We didn't see the Malcolm X's hit those ages. We didn't see any of the Black Panthers hit. You know what I mean? So it's like we don't really see. So it's like now when I look at, for me, as far as now, the generation just below me that I'm constantly looking back and trying to like raise up who I think is doing good. For me, like the guy is John Boyega, and it's like I'm so happy with everything he's doing, because if we're not seeing our heroes reach certain ages, in the short time he's been here, look how much he's done. And Daniel Kaluuya, do you know what I mean? So I'm really impressed, because like I'm not wishing nothing on no one, but I'm just saying they're doing so much with their time and making such a difference that if this trend continues, you know, we can look forward to much more work being done and much more greatness being done before they transcend, like, do you know what I mean? But we're not seeing our heroes hit the 80s and stuff. It's like, who's old? Like, when we look at it, it's like, I would say Morgan Freeman, but he's not someone that we're gonna say is like, no offense to him, but he's not like our hero. Like, he's not at the forefront of.
I would say Denzel is.
But he's not old. He's not like if Denzel passed soon, it will still be too young.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it is worrying. It is a worrying trend because it's always different things that's happening. Like if you look at someone like Cadet, it was like a car crash. Like it's just, do you know what I mean? You can't say, oh, Nipsey because he was in the hood. Then you look at someone else who wasn't, and they're still kind of passing. So it's like it is a worrying trend. But they're doing so much and leaving such an impact and doing the good work and pushing us forward. Do you know what I mean?
I can't remember one right now, but there's so many others. I actually can't remember. There's a few more people. Nia Davis.
Old.
Yeah, that are putting in the work. Can't remember the.
What's her name? What's her name? That
with the lazy.
Recently got an Oscar.
Viola Davis. I mean, I said
but again, I still wouldn't say she's old. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm hoping she continues the good work and gets to those ages and whatever. But still, she's done so much. She's done so much of her time, and I think that's our strength. It's almost as if we know because we're losing them young, but they've done so much. Because most people used to say that about Tupac, but now everyone else is followed in that footstep. Nipsey, Kobe, like, I mean, we're just trying to get as much done as if we don't have the time because it keeps like a trend, like we don't have the time.
I mean, you know, it's sad. It's sad. I mean, you know, you already know how I feel about people. Like, we're constantly limited. So the people that do make it constantly feel the need to do as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the charity work, with the work back home, just so many different examples. Michael Jordan's doing this thing. Everybody's doing what they can. Do you know what I mean? The people that are actually worth mentioning, that are open about how they feel about our people. Daniel Kaluuya just finished playing Fred Hampton.
I'm still waiting for that to get released here, man.
It's on rental.
Dirty.
No, it's on rental.
No, but it's on Prime. Everywhere except here.
Yeah. Oh.
So they did us dirty. Yeah, because I put the date down when it came out. I think it was like 6 April or something. So I put the date down.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's everywhere else. Not here. So I'm still waiting for
we
that.
always get all the epic stuff last, for some reason. But again, so certain people just willing to openly stand for our people, and not necessarily for our people, because there's a lot of people that I learned from Eddie Murphy and Spike Lee. There's people that will do the work behind the scenes, and there's people that will speak about it openly.
Yeah.
You know, so Spike's another one, Eddie's another one. But
Eddie's
again,
put so many people on.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, so many people wouldn't be here without Eddie Murphy.
This is what I'm saying.
And he never really talks about it.
Because, you know, there's two ways to go about helping our people. There is actually within the system behind the scenes, and then there's openly challenging the system at the forefront. Obviously we've seen what happens on both sides of that coin, but you know, there's just certain people that you just have to highlight, and I know there's more people that I'm forgetting right now. The guy with the lazy eye, and I can't remember his name.
Again, I wouldn't call them like
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh my God! Amazing work.
How could I forget about Forrest Whitaker? So that's my thing, and I really shouldn't liken him to just having a lazy eye, and that's terrible of me. But I'm just.
But that's how you remember him.
You know, and these are people out of where we are, and that's what I'm saying. Even though we're in Britain, so I'd like to highlight people like O'Connor, Wretch, Locksmith, Low Key, people like that. That do the work where we are at. Work travels, so it doesn't matter where you are on the planet. If you're doing the work for our people, we're gonna see it regardless. So I just say that to say, and these are just the men. There's countless of women that are also doing the work too, standing for our people too. When you lose somebody like DMX and you realize that he was just unapologetically himself, that's just what he represented. Bro. He spoke how he felt.
Like, remember when he did that prayer for Aaliyah when she passed? Yeah. And it just cliche, but it feels like yesterday. Do you know what I mean? He did that whole prayer for her when she passed, and it's like you just never thought of, oh, he's gonna eventually need prayers. Like, do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's sad. It's a sad day in hip hop. Well, it's a sad day in life, to be honest. Because again, he's just another one of our icons that was gone before their time. Unfortunately, the family made. Well, I can't say unfortunately, but I would just say, due to certain circumstances, he didn't really get to make that decision. He collectively, I'm pretty sure they came to the decision to take him off life support, which obviously makes me feel a certain type of way. You know, just being connected to situations like that, or not knowing, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure there were so many people that probably didn't even know what was going on per se.
That's why it's good to have a will, because you can actually stay if anything happens to me. Yeah. Don't turn it off or turn it. That's why it's good to write these things.
You know, it's sad. It's sad, and you're right. That's something we should be highlighting, because again, I'm for my people first. So, you know, to hear someone like that is gone at 50 is terrible. It's terrible. And it really just highlights, you know, mental health is extremely important. Getting over your vices is extremely important. We don't know what people are going through just because they don't open their mouth, you know. This whole time, last thing I'm hearing about DMX is, you know, he's in therapy, he's getting help, he's getting better.
I'm waiting for the autopsy because there's conflicting stories.
Right.
There's stories from the family saying he's been clean and he only got checked in after he took his vaccine.
Yeah,
but it's not been. So I'm just waiting for the autopsy.
It's not being complete. And that's what I'm saying. It's wild. Like, to hear that part of it as well it's very worrying. It's very worrying. Like, you just never truly know what it is.
Nothing in this world agrees with everyone, especially something new. Especially if you may be getting clean, but it takes a while for certain things to leave your system.
Right.
So mixing that with other medications and like, do you know what I mean? There's like simple off the counter stuff that you can't take other stuff. So can you imagine? Like, so
terrible. But that brings me to what I really want to talk about. So you know, that's why I constantly flame our Prime Minister. That's why I constantly get on him, even when he's quote unquote quiet. You know, you're putting out rollouts, putting out timelines, saying everything should get back to normal by June. But then we're also hearing there's a defect in the vaccine that's been pushed out. The vaccine is causing blood clots in the system. People are losing limbs. People are getting numb. People are dying after taking it. And you're mass producing this. Also while skipping animal testing due to it being an emergency. So these are the type of things that I want our people to really pay attention to. And things that we really should take into consideration when we're in this particular era right now. They have yet to say things like increase your immune system, take some zinc, take some vitamin D, eat more fruits, become more natural, inculcate vegetables in your diet, drink more water.
That's not $1 billion industry, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is that in itself is the problem, is the thinking behind what's going on right now. So on the one hand, it's a flu-like virus, right? And obviously we know when it's a flu-like virus, there's certain things that you could take. Hollis and Barrett should be sold out everywhere, me personally. Because they got all the natural herbs, and that's just the ones that we know.
And that's what they shut them down.
There's off-brand small health shops around your local community that you can go to that sell the same things that Hollis and Barrett's do, but they don't get them the high street mainstream push. And still they're not getting highlighted. So I'm saying it right here and now, right now. My people, you need to inculcate vegetables, fruit, and vitamins within your natural daily diet. And at the very minimum, drink way more water than you normally would.
Hell yeah.
Just at the very minimum. Your water intake should be increased. And at the very least, you should be drinking a lot of hot things, hot teas, hot stuff. You should be staying away from fizzy drinks.
Lemon and honey.
Do you know what I'm saying? You should be staying away from things like that can settle in your system in a certain manner. Because
fizzies and all that crap.
All of that. You gotta cut that out.
And even your fruit juices, don't be fooled, man. Check them ingredients.
You gotta cut all of that out based on the fact that it's about increasing your immune system, increasing your health, generally getting your blood system pumping and making you feel a certain type of way. I gotta do it. All of our people gotta do it. I'm putting this out because we've been on platform and I feel like we've gotten to a point where I can say these things and it's still here. It's not every day we're gonna do a reaction. It's not every day we're gonna be funny. Sometimes we're gonna be serious. Right now, our people are dying. And what they're doing is they're making it a stereotypical thing. Or black people are 3 times more likely to be exposed to COVID vaccine.
That's what they're saying now.
They just do, like, I feel like because our people don't have a global representation of what you can, or somebody actually fact checking people when they say things, it's easy to put it on our people. So now all of a sudden we're 3 times more likely to catch COVID-19. Now all of a sudden in China, our people are being kicked out of their homes, and which was happening, by the way, nobody talking about it, being kicked out, being blamed for this stuff, and all of this stuff. It's horrible. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's been quiet. We've got so many genius level artists that can put these things in songs, that can make these things hooks, that can push a message out in a dope way and make health the trend. Not jewelry, not diamonds. Do you know what I'm saying? Not clothes, not Moncler or Givenchy.
It makes me question
all of this stuff.
It makes me question people's genius. You know what you said? It makes me question their genius.
Right.
Because if you ask them, they will say, "That doesn't make the money." So it makes me question you that you're basically telling me you're not good enough to make that trend or to make that into a hot song. If you're so good,
right?
Why are you picking easy topics?
I don't know.
Like if you're saying you're the best, it makes me question your genius. It makes me look at people sideways. It's like the whole conscious rap thing. If your guys Kendrick and J. Cole can be as wealthy and as successful as they are on some conscious shit, and you're on par with them, it makes me question your genius. Because they're doing the thing you said can't be done.
Exactly.
Or does it sell?
And they mind their business. They're not in their tabloids like you want. They're not all over social media like you want. I'm saying there's people that are quote unquote more popular than them and they choose to remain silent. And that's just the Americans. Over here is worse.
Have you noticed it?
Over here is worse.
Let me give you a critique. Because usually I'm saying I love Drew and I love everything. But I still have to balance it. Let me give you a critique. Yeah. You notice UK, yeah? First of all, our scene's mad clicky.
Yeah.
Our scene's mad. They ain't trying to let no one knew it, but it is what it is. I'll do my own thing, you do your own thing. Get me? We're figuring it out.
When we get to that other side, I don't want to hear nothing.
But what I notice is the music doesn't age well because, in my opinion, it's very childish. So, like the main music. So, everyone's a bad man. Everyone sells drugs. Everyone has guns.
Right.
Everyone wins every beef.
Right.
Like, if you listen to the music, everyone's on things.
Right.
Everyone beat your girl. Like, everyone is just the hardest. And you've been to London Bridge.
Yeah, facts.
You've been to Hackney.
Yeah.
You've been to a bagel shop.
Yeah.
You've been to a fish and chip place. Like, do you know what I mean? You've been on London Underground. There's so much to rap about, to sing about. But yeah, the music is just reduced to I kill people. About that life.
That's actually crazy.
And again, I'm all about it's art. You do what you can. So if you're clever wordplay and all that stuff, and the gun can lean and everything, and I like it. But if you've released 100 songs, because I've released a handful of songs. None of them are the same. Because I'm interested in the art. I'm interested in making money. I'm interested in being successful.
Facts.
And I'm also interested in challenging myself. Like, you can't pinpoint me. Like my latest single is everyone's like, oh, I'm the woke rapper. Do you know what I mean?
How?
Because that is forever is like a woke song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that doesn't make you. I'm
just saying, to a lot of people, it's like that's what they've heard. You know, every time you release something new, someone's heard it for the first time. Someone's heard you for the. So to a lot of people, that's the woke. I'm the woke rapper. If you listen to the song before that,
have you heard Big Drum? Like, have you heard?
Because don't get it twisted. I do the bad man rap and stuff. If you listen to the song before that, Frontline is like social commentary on some real gully shit. So I'm that gully social commentary. You know what I mean? But no, now I'm the woke rapper. If you listen to before that Big Drum, I'm the party R&B kid.
You're the vibe rapper.
You know, and it's like, I'm not saying that's me. Everyone wants to be me or whatever. But I'm saying if you've got like 100 songs, if you've got bare mixtapes, and you've got all these things, all these albums, all these mixtapes, all this
crazy
freestyles, do you know what I mean? Daily duppies, everything, And in I can just pick anything in your catalogue is you're the baddest, you're the hardest, you catch a guy's mum slip it like
I don't get it. I don't know.
You get to a point where it's like, and that's the UK scene in a nutshell.
Yeah. To
the point where I can't tell who produced certain things now.
Yeah, because
all the beats,
that stupid helicopter, that dumbass helicopter drop,
Joey, and then the flow.
Don't get me, because if we do this, I'm gonna be here.
This is why I like Unknown T. Because although it's just one flow, one way, he doesn't change it.
Right.
I know when it's him.
Right.
Because it's so different.
Yeah.
That's what I like Unknown T.
That's one of the people I like. I like
because
Abracadabra too.
At least I know it's someone else. But with everyone else, I can't tell. I have to try and listen to the voice or something because I can't tell you who is. Because they're talking about the same things and they're using the same
flow pattern.
Outflow, and it's like, But that's my thing about the UK thing, because when the UK wanna complain about we're not getting love, this, that, whatever, is like the Americans, is a stupid argument, because at the end of the day, the Americans cater to everybody. It's not every day I wake up and I go gym and I want to shoot, man.
Facts.
Sometimes I want some positive motivation in the gym, like, do you know what I mean? And that's what Americans do. Do you know what I mean? You will have Kid Ink,
which is on.
I've not heard one gun bar. He's about the ladies, the parties, whatever.
Facts.
You hear Tiger, you gonna twerk.
Facts.
You hear Chris Brown and Hide Your Girl. Do you know what I mean? You hear Kendrick, and you might want to stop eating pork or something.
Facts.
You hear Jay-Z and he'll make you feel broke. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like there's so many. You hear Rick Ross and
you feel like the richest person on the planet.
Do you know what I mean? You be like, damn.
You feel like a king.
So they cater to everyone. And even with those people I just named, even within them, within their own catalogue, they have different. Rick Ross has a song called Motivation with Meek Mill. Like, do you know what I mean? Different, like, just different.
They're never sticking to just one way of doing things.
So you care for everyone. One of the UK, you hear the whole catalogue is, I was in the bando, I caught man slipping. Okay, here's a song from the Heart, something positive, yeah. I didn't get caught, I didn't go jail. Like, do you know what I mean? So whenever I hear the argument, it's like a really stupid argument about you don't get shown love. Because my whole thing is, what Americans do really well is a Migos song can come on.
Yeah.
And my mum can bop her head to it. Even though they will talk nonsense, they will at least try and, even in their nonsense, they try and care for everyone. So they at least try and throw in different flavors. They'll try and throw something in different, do you know what I mean? And at the same time, straight after that, J. Cole could come on. Do you know what I mean? So though my mum might prefer that more as adult content, she still equally bop to the Migos thing.
Well, that's my point. I'm saying all of that to say, if we've got so many drill rappers and drill artists, or just if drill's the popping thing in general, there's a way to put out a message. Excuse me. There's a way to put out a message. There's a way to get your point across. There's a way to put things. Right now, people don't need champagne popping in the club. There's no clubs open, G. People don't need Gucci belt and you know, Moncler coat.
Oh, let me get on that real quick.
Right?
Let me go on that real quick. I like how whenever the homies got something, you wear it, you try and shy or whatever. Why is there no videos or no dance? Like, listen, at the point, some of these guys are so popular and so famous, they can blow up their own brand, or they can blow up their friend's brand.
They can.
Or they can blow up the local restaurant.
Yeah.
But they still trying to blow up Gucci. Gucci's been blown. It's big.
It's popular.
They're still promoting them.
Yeah, because
there should be a big song with a big dance from a top artist, bigging up your brethren's thing. Because it's not even about love. That's an investment for you. How much money you're going to make because you get 50% of the sales or something.
It's just etiquette, like.
Because that's what the Americans do. They big. That's another thing. Like, business-wise, we need to promote. It's like, I want to hear a Crepe and Cone song about the restaurant. A Crepe and, like, do you know what I mean? Big up your restaurant, man.
Yeah, I know.
Blow it up.
They had
make a dance.
They had to do that themselves.
Like,
other people didn't want to show that, and that's the thing. For some reason, when our people get some, our people tend to hate first and wait for it to become something that other people like before they support it.
Like, what's the beef from shooting a video in a restaurant?
I don't know.
And bigging them up and thing. If those are truly, people love to do Instagram photos. If you're truly like that.
I don't know why it's
because everyone can eat.
Because you can't say there's no love in the scene, but then you don't show love in the scene. That makes no sense. I wear my people's hats, I wear my people's clothes, I big them up, and it's just based off of the fact that that's real love. They ain't tell me to do that, I just did it. They don't know, but when they see this, it's like, oh wow, that's mine. Oh wow, salute AJ all the time, because that's what I do. It should be more inclusive. You can't complain about there not being love in the scene, and you're not showing love yourself. And if you show love, it's behind the scenes. It's not in front of your fans. It's not in the public. They don't see you with certain people that they might think you're not cool with. So I just say that to say, I'm putting the onus back on us. Our people don't need champagne popping in the club, twerky twerk, hot girl, hot boy summer, drive the boat. All that's so 2019, not even 2020. That's so 2019. It's like, what, 2-3 years behind.